Happy Venereal Disease Day, Frankie C.
Back at you.
To everybody celebrating today.
Mm-hmm.
Is that how they do it in Canada? I know Miss Justice is from Canada. I don't know if that's here we have Valentine's Day.
Yeah, that's it's. I think it's just a language barrier.
If you had to pick a VD, which VD do you think would be happy?
Don't
answer that. Don't answer that. There's nothing we can gain from you answering that. Frankie C, there's no love lost between Tony Busby and P. Diddy.
Who's Tony Busby?
Tony Busby is a lawyer that's bringing on those 400 lawsuits against Diddy. He brought one against Jay-Z and Diddy, and he just dropped it today. Not great. Mayor Adams is causing all kinds of controversy with his little corruption trial and the new DOJ and the new president. So we'll tell you all about that. Speaking of presidents, the old president's been rumored to be getting a divorce, but he had a little sweet message for his Michelle today. So we'll share that with you as well. I'm sure we'll get into some other sort of topics and such. And Aaron C. joins us for a game time. That's a Valentine's Day podcast. I have been on a Metallica kick lately. I know what you're thinking.
Yeah, I've been on a Metallica kick for the last 30 years. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the party, pal.
That S&M album is so good, and Controversial Statement, No Leaf Clover, maybe one of their best songs ever. Top 3, I think.
Really?
Yeah. Helena answered for all of us. I think, yeah, maybe. Sounds like because Phyllis is in there. Phyllis is always a happy person. Maybe that's why that's the good choice.
Maybe. I think the happiest VD is Vincent D'Onofrio.
Oh, good answer. Good. I feel like I'm on family. Good answer. Good answer. Yeah, good answer.
Show me D'Onofrio.
It's one of the things I hate about Family Feud. Whenever they give a bad answer, they still have to clap and say, good answer.
I would love for everybody to go, that was the stupidest thing I ever heard. You're an idiot. Why did we bring you here?
Why did we bring Cousin Steve? Nobody likes him.
What a schmuck.
Lots of Valentine's Day wishes in the chat, which is so great to see the live chat. Shout out Replay Crew. Make sure you guys like this podcast right away. Hit the share button if you can from YouTube, from Facebook. It's always appreciated. And look at that. Yeah. Aaron C's here early. She'll be here with us later for the games. Excited. So yeah, Frankie C. Tony Busby, he's got like 200 some odd cases going on against Diddy. And like I said, he filed one against Jay-Z and Diddy together. This was done from a person under the name of Jane Doe, obviously protecting the privacy. Bad accusations, saying it happened back in 2000 when the girl was just 13 years old. A document was filed in federal court earlier today here in New York, basically pulling that lawsuit out. Jay-Z had previously said this is a frivolous, fictitious, and appalling lawsuit. He said the civil suit was without merit and never going anywhere. The fictional tale they created was laughable, if not for the seriousness of the claims. Combs, in a statement, called the dismissal yet another confirmation that these lawsuits are built on falsehoods, not facts. He said the accusers are hiding behind anonymity. Represented by an attorney more focused on media headlines than legal merit.
That's what you do with anonymity. You hide behind it. That's the purpose of anonymity.
That would be the very definition of it, wouldn't it?
Would.
Unfortunately, and this is the most depressing thing for me in this, Tony Busby declined to comment on dropping the lawsuit. So not a great day for Busby and company, the other victims who have suits out there against Diddy.
I wonder, why? Why drop it?
I don't know.
Yeah, it could be any number of reasons, I guess, but
yeah,
it'd be interesting to know what happened there.
This was a person, too, that if I remember correctly, it wasn't the first time they had ever come forward. We still know who it is. But I believe this story had surfaced once before where there were, I don't know if there was a suit necessarily or rumors of a suit coming, but I know there was some flip-flopping with this particular person. So I don't know if it was they're making it up. I don't know if they pulled it because they just don't want to go through with it. I don't know if they pulled it because they don't have enough evidence backing.
Yeah, who knows? Could be anything.
Could be a lot of things, but it is not a good look for Tony Busby and the rest of the lawsuits. Now, it doesn't mean the end of the world. It's not the end of the road. There's obviously more there, I believe. I mean, there's so many against Diddy. Do I believe that they're all 100% true and going to happen? No, I don't. But even if you're shooting 40% from the field there, Diddy still should be behind bars for the rest of his life. You know, even if it's 20% of those cases, he's still going to be back there forever, and he should be, I think. I think he's...
Yeah. Can you imagine if... I mean, how could all this come out and there be no consequences?
Walking away from all... I just
can't see that happening.
Right? It's unimaginable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see it either.
When is all that starting? When's all the trials and...
Yeah, it's a great question. March, April, some of the first trials should be starting. So we should... I know people are like, we haven't heard shit, or this is another Epstein where we hear all this stuff and then nothing happens. He's going to court soon. So stick around, because there's going to be more from them in a couple of weeks here. So stay tuned for that. That'll be something that we'll be following. The Mayor Adams controversy is super interesting. So back at the end of last year, Adams was accused of taking bribes, and there was a couple of things, right? So he was under investigation.
Right.
President Trump at the time, who was just a candidate, was musing that as soon as Adams came out and made the statement that New York City couldn't handle the influx of illegal immigrants, he got indicted. And he said that story a bunch of times on the campaign trail, at debates and different interviews at various times. When President Trump won, after that, the two of them kind of had this understanding and agreement. I want to say they even spoke to each other. And basically, Trump conveyed the story to Adams. He's like, oh, I knew as soon as you opened up your mouth, you were going to get slapped with a lawsuit. And, he basically said the lawsuit was, I guess, frivolous, for lack of a better term. I'm paraphrasing here. Kind of hinging on the cornerstone of he had a flight booked and they upgraded him. And I remember President Trump reduced it to, he got upgraded on a flight to Turkey, and who doesn't get upgraded for a flight, I think even in the White House recently, after he was sworn in, he was in the Oval Office and he was saying, who here hasn't been upgraded on a flight, the airline just chose to do it, or a nice employee just chose to throw you an upgrade, certainly can't be locked away for that. And then we got this story subsequently after that it was like, well, it looks like they're going to drop the charges against Eric Adams, that there's nothing there. Fast forward to this letter gets released where essentially they're accusing the DOJ of saying, if Eric Adams agrees to, this is in a letter, if Eric Adams agrees to assist President Trump in the ICE raids that are going on, they'll drop the charges. And then there was basically an instruction from the new DOJ to do exactly that, to drop the charges. Now, the person who is heading the New York Southern District Court or whatever also happened to be, they are a interim person, happened to be a Trump appointee. Sassoon, I think her name is. Sassoon. She resigns in the wake of this, basically saying, I don't want to drop the charges. And if you're going to force me to drop the charges, then I'm out. I'm not going to be doing this.
Yeah. This is what this administration does. If Obama or Biden did any of this shit, the right would never stop. Oh, they're pardoning and dropping charges if they play ball. It's like, how corrupt can you get? That's the definition. Do me a favor and I'll do you a favor. It's like, It's extreme. Yeah, it's quid pro quo, and he's doing it not just under the table like this, but he's doing it with states all over the country. You got to do this, or we're not going to give you funding, or we're going to do this, or we're going to hold this back, or we're not going to give you, disaster relief if you don't change this law. It's strong arming, bullying shit that I don't know how it's being allowed, and how it's nobody's like he's not. Isn't that unconstitutional? Like one thing shouldn't have to do with the other.
Well, quid pro quo, that's illegal. You can't. Yeah. You basically you can't.
He's doing it every day. I don't understand why everybody's just fine with it.
Yeah. So, Miss Sassoon, a Republican, again a Trump appointee, she resigns, and then a slew of other people resigned, and the DOJ was basically like, I don't know, you still got to do it. Like we're still.
Hold on one second. I'll be right back.
Yeah, go on. They were basically like, you still have to drop this case. They still want him to do it. Even right now, as we speak, I mean, the latest headlines out there are basically, federal government formally moved to toss Adams corruption charges after wave of resignations protesting Trump's order to drop the case, or Trump's DOJ's order to drop the case. So the feds are still pushing and urging people to drop this case. I don't know who, as of right now, it has not been dropped, but I don't know who's going to be doing it. But, it's weird because I remember, I'm not saying I'm down with Trump's assessment of this case 100%, but I remember reading through it and seeing it and going, man, the flight thing, maybe okay, no, maybe not. There's a bunch of other stuff to go along with it too, right? The police commissioner, the former police commissioner, and all that. So there's a lot there. But essentially, I was kind of like, I don't really know if there's a lot here. Sassoon is the thing that I'm caught up and hung up on because, you would expect somebody to play ball amongst party lines, and for her to just be like, okay, we'll just drop it. But the fact that she stood up to them and resigned, to me, tells me that there really is something here that they want to get at Adams for, that he did really do some bad shit, and that they want him.
Yeah, like what? Because there's no. I mean, what other reason? It's so blatant why they dropped the case. I mean, this is why, especially with that letter. I mean,
right. But here's what I can't understand. Because I don't deny that. I think the letter was a ballsy thing to do. And there was also like an accusation of like there was a meeting and the Adams people didn't want the other lawyers to be taking note. They want to like confiscate note. There's a lot of shady shit here. But here's what I don't understand. If there's an edict for this to go down, right, that they want to evict is not the word. What am I looking? Deport. Thanks, Frank.
I don't know what the hell you were going to say.
No, you're good. You're good. You just gave me a look and I got deport. There's an edict to deport the illegal immigrants, especially those. They're prioritizing those who have violent crime history. What I don't understand is why local officials refuse to go along. And I'm not stupid. I understand they're basically saying, well, we don't want to evict those who haven't. If I keep saying evict, we don't want to deport those who don't have. But
the difference is they're considering everybody who's here illegally. They're considering criminals because they say that since they're here illegally, that's a criminal. Goes on their criminal rap sheet. They're automatically. It's not. Right. It doesn't have anything to do with did they commit a crime? Their opinion is yes, they committed a crime because they're here illegally and so they have to go. Right. So that's what they're doing.
I go back to the other part of it of the raids are going fairly well. I mean, they're being overly well received from liberal media and everybody. Like it's clear that there's bad
I haven't seen much on the raids. I haven't seen any.
There was a lot. We talked about it a lot a couple of weeks ago.
I mean, recently.
Not much last week. Yeah, nothing really last week, but everything has been really going swimmingly well. We're getting rid of people that are violent criminals. It's being well received. Why would any? And then I also go back to, you look at the Latino vote. You look at all these things that overwhelmingly we put this man in office, that this is something that Americans overwhelmingly want. They want safer streets. This is a quick way to do it. It's being done. It's being done safely. Why stand in the way of that? Especially when we're talking about ICE agents who are law enforcement, right? Why not support them and give them the tools that they need to do these things the right way? Why starve them or, put them into maybe perhaps an unfair situation if you're not going to support them with local law enforcement? I don't understand that move. New York and California seem to be states that are like they're digging in on party lines, and I don't agree with that.
Because you're gonna run into situations where people are gonna get dragged out, and it's gonna be a mess, and it's gonna be a problem, and there's gonna be incidents that are gonna happen, and it's gonna be especially with this administration, it's gonna be. Because now they're talking about setting up camps in Guantanamo Bay. So it's a slippery slope now. And now you're going to be on this, we're going to deport them into we've seen this movie before and it doesn't end well. So I'm not.
I don't know.
Listen, I'm all for going after if you're violent. You go to jail, you do. But like just a mass deportation is how this shit starts. And I don't like it.
I didn't vote for the guy. Right. I was awfully critical of him going into it, but I listened to the people. We had an election. This is on his agenda. They overwhelmingly went for it. Just because
this is what got elected doesn't mean I have to now all of a sudden have to agree with it.
You don't have to agree. No, I'm not saying you have to agree with it. I'm saying the local. I'm saying local government. And again, I understand that states' rights. States have rights over federal, and they can fight and they can sue each other and they can figure these things. I understand that those are available to them. What I don't love is this fight continuing on party lines where they just are like, well, we're just not going to stand for this. But it's like, this is what the people overwhelmingly voted for. I think you owe it to them.
Well, number one, it wasn't overwhelmingly.
Well, it was overwhelmingly, but it
really wasn't. But okay,
let me finish. I think you should go along with it, especially in the beginning here, as it is going well, and it is seemingly having a positive impact, getting really bad people off of our streets. I don't think you should be a roadblock in front of that. Now, if the tide were to turn, if something bad were to happen, if it was
you gotta wait for something bad to happen in order to say something.
But if it was really getting out of control and they wanted to change tact and pull out support, then I understand that. I get it. But now
they're preemptively doing that.
Preemptively.
What do you mean? Come on. No, because if you don't agree with it and you have the legality to say no, I'm not going to do that. It's like this thing with this. If you don't agree with like the Gulf of Mexico. He's not letting reporters into the White House unless they call it the Gulf of America.
Is that right?
What the fuck? It was wrong with this guy. He's not it's this kind of shit that do this or I'm not giving you this is the kind of stuff. So when it comes to the ICE, what?
I understand that. I don't just that's a little wacky. But you understand you're essentially
not a little wacky. It's violating the Constitution. It's the First Amendment, freedom of press. And you're going to say, no, you got to say this or else you're not coming in.
But you understand that by blocking these things, you're essentially fighting to keep criminals on the streets.
They're not all criminals.
I didn't say all of them. I didn't say that.
We'll just sweep a bunch of people up and we'll pull the criminal. No, that's the difference. There's probably better ways to do this rather than opening your doors to your city and saying, okay, government, come on in. Then the other side is like, oh, you're not going to take our guns. Just try and take them. But go ahead, take people. You can take the people, but not our guns. I'm holding on to those. You're going to fight me for those guns. But you know what? My next door neighbor, he might be here. You could take him, but I'm fighting for my gun. It's like, well, these are people. Maybe fight for them a little bit. I'm not saying that. Yeah, a guy who assaults people or is a go after go after people like that are I get that, but to have like a mass raid of deportation, that kind of, and to be like send the government into houses and into school. There are people who are afraid to go to school. They're afraid to send their kids to school for fear that they're going to be yanked out of school and taken away. So they're not sending them to school. I mean, there's more to this than just, they're getting the criminals.
I don't think there is. Not right now. I don't think there is, and not right now.
There kind of is. There's more to it.
I think there's a lot of hypotheticals you're throwing around here that haven't happened just yet, and I think that we should be. Again, I like to give a president those first 100 days are critical, and I like to be behind them as much as possible. Not to say that I will be the whole way, but I feel like
you're for everything he's doing in this.
I didn't say that. No, I didn't say that.
So what has he done that you like?
I think the raids. I think the ICE stuff has been wildly successful, and I don't think anybody can deny that. It's undeniable. Again, and I've said this from the beginning. People are going to get caught up in it. There's going to be unfortunate situations. It is a sad state of affairs. By the way, overall, it's a sad state of affairs. I would love to welcome people from bad situations in other countries into our country. I would love that. I think that idea is marvelous. It's what our country is built on. But we've gotten to a point where things have gotten so critically out of hand over the last 25 years, and both parties are guilty of allowing this to build and get to this sort of precipice.
What part of it is out of hand for you?
I think that local municipalities are overtaxed. I think that funding is gotten out of control to kind of try and support the amount of people that they need. I mean, that's what Adams said, which got him into trouble.
We're trillions of dollars in debt, and he keeps adding to it. We can't spend money. We're spending money like drunken sailors every day on other things. We can't set people up. The millions of people. We have a huge country with a ton of land that is not developed. We can't. Hey, here's some extra housing that we can maybe set up for people or do. I mean, there's ways to figure this out other than get the hell out of here. Aren't we the country that's like, give us you're tired, you're poor, all that stuff? I understand.
I think they covered that. There's a sheet over that part.
No, they covered that up. All right. Nice coat of paint over that. No.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like, we have the whole you're seeking asylum thing, and that's great. But, if it doesn't work, then, if it seems that it's not a legit case, then you get deported. I'm not saying it's a perfect system, but I think just going in and saying, like, I'd love to know the exact criteria for people who get just swept up in these raids. Is it people whose paperwork isn't because it's what if it's someone who's there who's here? What if it's someone who's here and their paperwork isn't completely full through yet, or they're waiting for a visa, or they're waiting on this? Do they get deported too?
I would hope not.
You would, wouldn't you? But
yeah,
I don't know. Do you know? I have no idea.
No, but we have to trust the process.
Oh, we just have to trust it. Okay.
Dude, we'll get nothing done if we just deny everything from the beginning.
I'm not saying deny. I'm saying we have to have. I'm saying checks and balances. We have to look at everything, and it can't just be, "Hey, I'm the president, and you go do this." It has to be, "Well, let's approve this." We have to all look at it together. It can't just be day one, go get everybody and get them out of here.
But the way the lists are being built is through criminal history.
But they also said in press conference, if they're here illegally, that's criminality. It's not just violent criminals.
And listen, that my heart breaks for those people. It really does. But it does. Again, I would like to welcome everybody. However, I also this is where I feel like the Democrats get into trouble. You also need to acknowledge what the will of the people are asking for in the moment. And I feel like you're willing to keep violent criminals here because
I didn't say that. I said
something might go wrong.
No, I said go after the violent criminals. Either the immigrants or not, go after the violent criminals. Send police out to go get the violent criminals wherever they are and get them all. Great. But if some guy is raising a family here and he's working 7 days a week and he's trying to raise his family and he's living on a shoestring budget and he's gotten all of a sudden you got to pick him up and get him out. That's bullshit.
I understand.
He might not have all his paperwork in a row, or something may have expired. Okay, so why is it now? Get out. Why isn't it? Let's help you get this in order.
I feel like I don't know if I'm making my point. My point is, I don't disagree with Frank here. I think there's better ways to be doing this, but my point is, nobody has done anything. And this man ran on this, and he overwhelmingly won. We owe it to the voters.
You keep saying overwhelmingly. He didn't overwhelmingly win.
Pretty overwhelming. It's pretty overwhelming.
If you want to know a fact, the majority of the country didn't vote for him.
Okay.
So, this is the truth. You got fewer people voted for Kamala Harris than him, but then all the rest of the people that didn't vote for either, who voted for someone else or a third party or whatever, you take those third party people and the Kamala people are more than the Trump people.
Okay, that's a very big technicality. If that makes you feel
I'm
better,
just saying. But your point is the whole country, the overwhelming majority of the country voted for him. That's incorrect. Okay. Yes, he won the popular vote.
He won the popular vote, right?
But the majority of the country did not vote for him.
Okay, I'll rephrase. Strike it
You're
from
saying the overwhelming majority. You could say, yeah, he won the majority of the country. Fine. If you want to say the majority of the country voted for him, fine. He didn't, but he won. I get it. I'm not contesting his victory. He won.
He won, and he ran on this. So it's like
great. But he could run on. I could do something that's despicable, and if the country voted for him, I could still sit here and go, he's a dick. Yes, I don't want to do.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
If most of the country wants to do something, I could still disagree with that thing.
Yes, you can. Carol says Frank will never admit that Trump does anything right, Aunt. Do you think you could ever admit?
When he does, I'll be the first to tell you.
When he gets
right. Please let me know. I would love Carol, please tell me what he's done correctly, and I'll be the first to agree with you.
All right. Did you see the Elon, the thing from last episode about the retirement and the mine shaft and all that crazy shit?
No.
All right. Well, I don't want to rehash it. Go back and check out.
I'll go back and watch it.
Yeah, that one's a nutty one. That is definitely a nutty one. Well, all right. We'll. I don't think there's anything else to cover there. But again, I want to I want to reiterate my stance before people send me a lot of hate mail. I don't disagree with Frank, but I don't disagree with Frank when it comes to we should be welcoming people and we should be having a better solution and all that.
It should end right there. Your statement should end right there. I think we should be a welcoming country. Yeah, there should be laws to follow and there should be rules, of course. But there are people here that don't have their paperwork, or they're waiting on paperwork, or there's something going. There should be a system in place where we could. Maybe there's a penalty for these people, but to be like, get the fuck out. Good luck in your own country. Hope you survive. That's a little cold-hearted, I think.
Right. So again, I'll finish the statement. I agree in principle with everything that Frankie said. Where we disagree is I feel like the people voted. He ran on an issue. The people spoke. The fact that the minorities and the people that are from South America and some of these countries that have become Americans and live here don't have any sympathy for the criminals, and they voted for him and these issues and these platforms. Makes me feel like they let them do it. Let them figure it out, especially those first 100 days, first 6 months of the presidency. You got to let him
now
try
it's 6 months.
But you got to let him try.
Why is it the first 2 years? Why is it the first 3?
Well, I mean, listen. I would love for a president, any president, to have 4 years to do something. But the fact of the matter is you get 100 days, and then maybe you get a month or two more after that, because then after that, then you have midterms, and now suddenly you have all of Congress who need to get reelected, and now everything that you say from the Oval Office affects all those elections, and then everybody's asshole puckers up, and everybody tightens down, and then nothing gets done, and we continue around this circle of nobody doing anything. Again, I'm so starved for any sort of action from government. I am happy to give this current administration the benefit of the doubt for the first few months here, just to see what they can do. Again, my feeling on Elon. I don't love Elon. There's no love lost between Elon and I, but I admit what he is doing right now, looking into all this. Again, look at the mine story before you respond. That mine story is batshit crazy.
Here's the problem. I mean, we can go into Elon if you want. I mean, the guy with all these government contracts who's looking into government spending and has no government authority.
I get it, but you understand too that you're fighting for corruption and
no, I'm not.
Antiquated systems to continue just because you don't like Elon.
Nope. I'm saying go in and check all this. You could check it all out. Check out all the spending and cuts and all. Make as many cuts.
Then why didn't the
Biden Elon Musk is not the guy to do it.
But then why didn't the Biden administration do it? Because
I don't know.
Again,
I'm not in the Biden administration. I'm not their spokesperson. I don't know why they didn't do it.
And I don't mean to come down on you, but last episode I covered this, that the guys on Pod Save America who were part of the Biden administration, John Favreau, who I think is a brilliant guy, and the other John, I still don't know his name. I'm sorry, other John guy. They both admitted that they should have been doing this. And they were like, oh, why didn't we? They went as far as to say, we didn't even know we could do this. So it's like, we got to give them, so you got to give them some credit for something. They're doing something.
I am all for going in and looking at the way the government spends the money. Fine. Look at all of it. Go through with a fine-tooth comb. But Elon Musk has a huge conflict of interest in that he gets so many government contracts. The government is going to buy all these Teslas from them now, millions of dollars worth of Teslas. He's so entwined in the government. He should not be the guy that's saying, oh, we shouldn't spend this here. We shouldn't spend this here. We just spent $20 million to send Trump to the Super Bowl where he stayed for half of it and then left. So if we want to cut some spending, how about the millions of dollars we spend to send Trump golfing every other day? I mean, if you want to start cutting money, start cutting it where it counts. But, then they make up stories about condoms being sent to wherever for, hundreds of millions of dollars of condoms. And it's like, no, they either lied or they're so inept that they fucked that up. And then when we're not going to get it right all the time. Because you're not the people to do this. You have a conflict of interest. You're involved in this. You can't have oversight on yourself. You can't do your own oversight. You have to have some agency come in and a government appointed something almost like the IRS to come in and go, here's what you're spending here and present a report and say, here's what you have to have the government gone through with a fine-tooth comb, but not by a billionaire who, what do you think, he's doing this out of the kindness of his heart? He has a vested interest in all this. He's cutting where, the stuff that you listed on the last time we talked, none of it, I mean, it was like 50 grand for this. And it's like, all right, 50 grand is pennies. And it's something that could help. And it's something that they think is spent wrong, and he shouldn't be the guy to do this. He's not a government official. He's just some billionaire. Why is he qualified to do this?
Are we all getting Teslas? Because I heard you said they're buying more. They giving us all Teslas? Because that'd be awesome.
No. The government is now getting armored Teslas or something.
Armored fucking Teslas.
And it's like, well, either wasn't Trump against electric vehicles and the batteries and I'd rather jump in with the battery or the shark. Now he's all for Teslas, and I mean the guy, you can't trust the fucking thing he says. It's unbelievable. Yeah. Every time he opens his mouth. Remember how about he spent years saying we're not for, I forget the phrase, it was like government expansion or country building or nation building. We're not for nation building. And now he wants to buy Greenland or Canada, Panama Canal, the Gaza Strip, and he's going to turn it into Atlantic City. But no, we're not for nation building. No more nation building. He spent the last 9 years. Nation building doesn't work. It doesn't work. We can't do it. And now it's like, oh, we're going to just take over the Gaza Strip. That's fine.
We're all getting comped at the new Gaza casino. I'm going to make sure that you don't go, okay? Because you don't seem to appreciate what's being done here.
No, I don't.
When we're at the High Roller Suite, when we're in the Rain Man Suite in the new Gaza casino.
The guy who couldn't keep a casino open in Atlantic City is going to transform the Gaza Strip, a place where, a holy land where it's people live there. He's just going to uproot everybody and say, no, we're turning it into a luxury. You're an idiot, pal. This isn't your land. It's a holy land, and all these people live here. You can't just take it. He's talking about invading another country. Is basically what he's saying.
Every meme about Trump misunderstanding that the Gaza Strip is not a strip club, I laughed at every one of them. Every one of them was fucking funny as shit. Bird says, I'm saying it needs to be done by a less biased and interested entity, which I think is a quick summation of what point that Frank is trying to make. And again, I don't disagree with you guys on this, but the question I leave at your feet is, then why didn't anybody over the last 30 years do it then? I agree. Elon Musk is not my first choice. Somebody else said these people aren't forensic accountants. They're code writers. I agree with all of you, but nobody else did it. So it's time to shut up and let him go until
it's not.
Really run into a problem.
Just because he's doing it doesn't mean it's right. He's doing it wrong. I mean, yeah, he might be doing it, but it's for his own vested interest, or he's doing it to save himself, or there's so much corruption in this.
You asked a great question. Why is he doing it? I don't have the answer to that, because I don't think he's driven by more government contracts. I think it's an attention thing. I think it's a little bit of a power thing.
I think it's I have all the money in the world and I want more of it. I think that's what it is. I think it's a greed thing.
He's driven that way. I don't think he's driven that way.
You don't think the richest man in the world is driven by greed?
Him? No.
The guy with almost $500 billion doesn't subscribe to greed.
No. I think he's still butthurt by his kid who became trans. I think that's driving him. I think that's part of it.
That's making him look into the government spending?
I think that got him involved with the Republicans. I think he got so burned.
Fine, but what makes him qualified to do anything he's doing? Get accountants in there. Get people who know how to do this kind of thing and know what they're looking at and could find receipts. He's got computer hackers in there that are like 20 years old. He's got himself, which, of course, he's a private citizen with companies that have government funding. It's not gonna.
Yeah.
There's only recipe for disaster here.
I agree. It wouldn't be my first choice, and I still have a lot of critiques. And again, I said this a couple episodes ago. I think what he's doing is great. I think I'd also like him to look into the rest of the billionaires and why they're not paying their fair share. I think we could get that done.
That's never going to happen. That would be great.
It would be nice if that happened. So I don't doubt that it's not without criticism. However, it's a little Monday morning quarterbacking when everybody sits around and goes, this guy's not qualified, this guy's this guy's that.
We've been saying it the whole time.
Nobody else has fucking done it. These are the only people that stepped up to do it.
But when you say done it, you're acting like he's doing this great thing. He's going in and he's doing it for his own this administration's own personal vested interests. He's only cutting.
It's within our. Hold on. It's within all of our best interests that this administration does well. Same as the one before it. Same as the one before that.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying Musk is going in and doing these things with the interest of the right. In other words, he's cutting trans things. He's cutting, things that the left
I
have
don't think you
invested
should be
into
doing
this.
that. No. I'm telling you, go back and look
The
at the.
list that you went over, the last thing, were very left-leaning things.
Well, they were crazy things. They
How
were
were they
kind of
great? I disagree.
they were kind of crazy things.
Okay.
They're human. Again, my feeling on this is I don't know if we need to help humans as much as we need to protect ourselves when it comes to aid for overseas. That's why I had no problem with paying for Sesame Street for foreign nations to watch Sesame Street. I feel like that is something that protects us in the long run, as like ridiculous as that sounds. Having DEI, it doesn't even. I mean, it could have been, protecting gun rights overseas. I would be, if it was a right issue, I would still be against it because it doesn't protect us. You know what I'm saying?
What do you wait? So I don't know. This is going to be another can of worms.
You're saying it's all left only issues. I'm saying if it was a right issue, I wouldn't want it. If there was we're giving $30 million so that some weird country in Europe can have gun rights like us, I would be against that too, because that's not protecting.
But what are the things that you're against?
I'm against. Listen, I don't mind giving money to foreign countries if it's for America's benefit. When you get down to DEI, when you get down to even trans rights, when you get down to even if we're talking about health care and stuff like that, that's more for those are more human needs. It's nice. It's wonderful. I don't know if we can afford to do it anymore or at the moment. I like that we give people money to help people out. But again, you're talking about an administration that running on America first. The country has spoken and overwhelmingly want to pull back on those reins a little bit and fix this first, which again,
just because they won on that doesn't mean that all of a sudden the other side has to go, well, guess we got to do what they say.
I think they should. I think the other side should look at themselves in the mirror and go, what are the American people telling us that we're clearly missing? Because if they don't, they're going to get shellacked in the midterms and they're never going to get that White House back.
I disagree. Because if you're running for office in New York, and that New York is a very left-leaning place, and all of a sudden you're like, we're going to do everything that the Trump administration says, New York's going to hate you. And I'm saying you do what you still believe before you don't flip-flop. You do what you believe was right before the election. You do it after the election too. So if you believed in DEI before the election, after the election, why should that change? Just because the other side won? No, you still fight for the rights that you believe in. You're not just going to drop all your beliefs because of it.
No, I don't think it's people. I don't think it's people dropping their beliefs. I think
that's what you're saying. You're saying you should just do what the administration says because they won.
Yeah, I know, and this is an interesting one too for me because I think you call me naive here. I think most people want to end racism. Most. I would put that number at what percentage of people would you say want to end racism, not DEI, racism?
I'd say, well, how many people voted for Kamala?
See, but I think that's false. I think you believe DEI is the only way to end racism. And
no, I don't. I think it helps.
I think what people are saying is this particular method's not working. Let's look at something else. Not let's keep racism. Let's expand on racism. I don't think people are saying that.
If you got rid of see, I saw this great thing on Twitter that some racist asshole looked at the Super Bowl halftime show and goes, "Oh man, I wish some of these dancers. I wish there were a couple of white people in there." Some asshole wrote that, and then someone underneath commented, "Sounds like you want DEI in this situation."
Okay,
do you know what I mean? So it's like, oh, now that you see
irony to put,
right?
Yeah, I get it. Okay,
so it's like once, I mean, growing up, if you're a person, a minority in this country, and you're growing up into a country that your chances of getting a job are less than the white population, then you're going to be, what do you got to get stuck in doing not what you're not going to get the job you want. There should be the minority inclusion. It needs help. To put it bluntly, we need to keep that going, because that's how you instill this equality into
understandable. But then
the society.
how do you explain that this particular president got more African American votes than he did the previous time he expanded on his lead in that area? How do you explain that if they knew full well this is what was going to be part of his administration?
I don't know, because then you look at people who voted for him.
Is the possibility that they feel that that's not working for them and their interests? Is that a possibility?
I don't know, because you look at people who voted for him who didn't know. This was right after the election or recently. Didn't know that Obamacare and the Affordable Care Act were the same thing. There are people who voted for Trump who were get rid of Obamacare, get rid of Obamacare. Then they were told, Obamacare and the Affordable Care Act are the same thing. What are you talking about?
So what now?
Yeah, that was a huge story for a couple of weeks, and it's like, so I'm not entirely, if you only watch one network, you're only going to get half the story. So that's the problem. Maybe people who voted for Trump or Harris, maybe one side wasn't as informed as the other. Maybe this person wasn't as there's a definite lack of. There's a lot in the media's fault for not conveying exactly what's going on with with each candidate.
Yep.
So I can't say that people voted knowing, like you said, how do you explain knowing full well what he was? No, I don't think they knew full well. I don't think everybody knew full well.
They knew about the immigration thing, the Latino vote. They knew about that. That's undeniable. It's hard for me to be in the way of people and what they want. That's why I lose. I'm not going to fight for what.
Yeah, but
I might be right. But it's like you're okay with it, so then fine, great. I'm okay with it.
If more than half the country wants to do something that you in your heart know is not correct, it's wrong, would you just give up and say, "Yeah, I guess we got to do the wrong thing"?
I'm so with you. This breaks my heart. I'm with you. Where I feel it's not like a clean black and white issue.
No, it's not always black and white. I get it.
Yeah, is that it's like, look at where we are. Every president in the last 30 years has said they're going to be tougher on immigration. They're going to do this. They're going to do that.
Well, they're not. Look at it. You go to the last, bunch of each presidency. Look at the numbers of people that were deported. It's not like they're not deporting anybody. It's just that Trump is making a huge show of it.
He's a showman, and he's doing better at the communication game than anybody we've ever seen, which is unbelievable to me.
Are we going to the game or the Obamas? What are we talking about?
I want to touch on the Obamas quickly here, because there are these. Wasn't Aaron? Is Aaron a Friends person, big Friends person, or am I not? Do I not have that right? I feel like Aaron's.
Fan of Friends, sure.
Huge fan of.
She's on. She's on. If you want to bring her on.
She is. I know, but I lost my 3 shot. Somebody took away. Where's my 3? Hold on. There it is.
There it is.
We never really talked about this. But there are these crazy rumors. This was happening really like around the Carter funeral. What was the other thing? The inauguration, because Michelle didn't show up. And then everybody started talking about they're getting a divorce. And then everybody started talking about actually Obama's banging Jennifer Aniston.
Oh, no.
And they dug up. Did you see the clip though? They dug up this clip from like years ago where Aniston's on Jimmy Kimmel and he says there's this crazy. What's the nutty newspaper?
The Onion?
The tabloid. No. The
Inquirer.
Thank you. The National Enquirer had a rumor like 8 years ago that Obama was seeing Jennifer Aniston, and Aniston made like a comment. Again, it was on Kimmel. Made a comment like, "Oh, I don't mind that rumor," like that kind of, like she was attracted to Obama. Basically, was what she was saying. People were flying off the handle, going, "Obama's banging Aniston," because right around the time that Michelle didn't show up at all this shit, for some reason, Jennifer Aniston turned the comments off on her social media. So everybody was like, oh, this is it. This is it. And nobody had anything like founded on it. Right. Fast forward to people are just going crazy with the rumors that they're getting divorced, which is almost believable from a standpoint of she's never.
I'm sorry, but I read the blind items, and the blind items, it's like every day. It's like that he's hooking up with this sportscaster. She can't keep her mouth shut. They're gonna get in trouble. I don't. No one's naming the sportscaster, but every day there's one.
I didn't
Since
hear
January 21st.
I didn't hear a sportscaster. I just heard Jennifer Aniston. Oh no, you're right. Was it Erin Andrews? Holy
I don't know
shit!
that.
Hold on, it's Valentine's Day, and everybody suddenly wants to be on camera. This is unbelievable. Wait, was that intentional, Janine? I'm sorry.
Oops.
Look at this. Look an Obama affair brings everybody out of the woodworks and puts them on camera. That's unbelievable to me.
An alleged Obama affair.
An alleged affair. Yeah. But what I was saying before was it's almost the divorce, not the affair. The divorce is almost believable because Michelle, was so vocal about how much she hated the first term, at least, and didn't want to be in the public light. This really wasn't all for her. Like she was very, she embraced it. She did a great job as a first lady, but it was never really her thing. So this idea of like time has run out, and it's not surprising that, she doesn't want to go to the inauguration, that she doesn't want to go to the Carter funeral, that she's had enough of all that bullshit. Not surprising. You could almost make that leap of maybe they are having issues, or maybe they have moved to Jesus. We're back. The show got so much uglier all of a sudden. I don't know what happened. That you can almost believe maybe they do have an arrangement of some sorts or something like that.
I'll come back on at game time.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, this is just rumors. We don't know what's going on.
I timed this. Aaron said 7 minutes. You said 5 minutes, and I waited.
Oh, for the game?
Yeah.
Let's go to the game.
Let's go right to the game. Well, anyway, the Obamas put a picture out today. They were snuggling together. It's the cover photo of this episode. Go check it out if you want to see it. It's on Spotify and Facebook and YouTube. So I don't believe that the rumors are true. But I don't know if I would put money on their marriage standing the test of time. I don't know if I put money on anybody's marriage for that matter.
They seem very happy together.
I thought they were wonderful. I thought they were happy together too, but I wouldn't put would you put money on it? Did you put $100 on it? I wouldn't put $100.
I put $100 on it.
You put 100? All right. Big spender. You're doing a little bit better than your old pal Ant then. I put 50 on it. I wouldn't go to 100.
Right, I'll put 50 on. You want to put 50 on?
No, you're comfortable with 100. I'm not. Clearly, you're doing better than me financially. It's not a big deal. Aaron's got a game for us all to play. Is this a Valentine's game, Aaron? I'll let you explain.
No, the Valentine's one was a couple of days ago. I think last Friday. We did Hallmark movies. Were they real or were they not?
Oh, that was so good.
That was great.
This is similar. This is Aunt Frank Toe again. Janine, I didn't know you were coming on, so I don't. You can play if you want, but I don't really know how. You can weigh in. I don't know.
I'll weigh in.
Okay.
I'll split my turns with her. Wait, is it tic-tac-toe again?
Yeah, but we don't even have to. We can just play. Like we can take turns if you want. Like Aunt Frank J-Sabs.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be in a row. It could just be however many of us get it right.
Who won didn't Frank come back and win the last game, or did we tie?
We tied.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay, so this is thank you to everybody who participated. I was like a rabid dog trying to get people to submit things, because this is going to be, I'm going to tell you something about the people on our show, and you have to tell me if it's a truth or a lie. Okay.
Say that again. I'm sorry. I was reading comments. I'm sorry. I fucked up. I could
tell, by the way, Phantom wasn't saying anything. I was like, everybody get that? Okay, so I'm going to tell you the people who are usually, on our show, they're on Discord. I ask them to tell me a truth or a lie, a truth and a lie about themselves. Then I took one, and I'm going to tell you one of the things. You tell me if it's a truth or a lie. And if it's the lie, I'll tell you the truth they submitted. But if it's the truth, I'm not going to tell you the lie that they submitted, because it doesn't matter. It's not true. Okay.
Gotcha. Oh, I love this.
Okay.
So are any of these juicy?
Okay. Now, do you want to do it so that we
I
ask
think Sharon
somebody in the chat? And
he asked you if
you would-
are any of these juicy.
oh yeah, they're all juicy.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, wait a minute,
They're
Aaron. Is it
Yeah?
about just the 4 of us or no?
no, it's
No.
about everybody that you usually see
All
in
the
the
AOA
chat.
holes.
I reached out to them.
Mm.
The AOA, I don't like calling them that, but the AOA people
You're too nice.
on Discord, they wrote me a truth and a lie. And again, I'm going to ask you now, do you want to do like you survey the people and you agree or disagree, or do you just want to do straightforward?
Well, can we do that? Because
Sure.
will we know who the person is?
You will. So you can't
Okay.
ask them and they
Okay.
can't help you. You hear that, people in the chat? Don't help them.
Yep. We could do, hey, everybody in the chat, what do you think? And people could give their, or do we have to, should we pick a person to?
You can survey, I guess, the peanut gallery as long as the person who it is doesn't leave
Right.
you in a way.
If
Okay?
it's about you, don't respond in the chat. If it's not about you, feel free to weigh in and voice your opinion on whether it's true or not. And we'll make up our mind with your help.
Okay. So we're crowdfunding it this time around.
Crowd, yeah. We're going to the audience.
I think that's a good idea. Good idea.
Okay. So how are we playing this? Are we doing this? You two and Janine helps, or Janine, are you playing as well? Like, what are we doing?
We can
I'll
go
take
1,
Janine.
2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Just keep.
No, I'll take Janine. Janine will be on my team. It'll be me and Janine versus Frank. I can't beat the
Okay.
fucking guy. And I don't know if you've noticed this. I'm like 0 for fucking 42. So
Damn right.
I could
All
use
right.
the help.
Yeah.
Don't
Okay,
fuck this up, Janine.
Frank's alone. Frank's gonna go first. Okay.
Okay.
Only fair. All right.
That's good.
So Frank, this first one is our good friend Fly NY.
Okay.
Like, fine. Why?
This is the statement. He can speak 4 languages, 3 fluently, 1 passable.
Fly and why? Okay, so I have to tell you if that's true or not.
Fuck,
What do you think, folks? Can Fly NY speak 3 languages fluently and 1 passable? What do you think? Fly NY. So I have to base it off of our interact. I don't recall Fly NY ever throwing another language in the comments.
Lots of English. Feels like a lot
of English coming from Fly NY.
I wish I knew how to say a sphincter says what in another language, because that would have gotten a lot of laughs. Just to see if he answered in that language.
Are we allowed to weigh in right now? It's just Frank.
No, it's just Frank. Frank
in the
AOA
chat. So Rhonda says true. Justice says false. Oceanic says true. Misfit, true and false. Damn it.
Wait, Bird says he's Scottish. Does that?
That
How do you
helps.
know Bird is telling the truth right now?
That's true.
We don't. TD Freelancer says false.
Wait, Mercury brings up a good point. He does speak English and American English. I've seen both of those from him, so that's true. That's 2 out of the 4 right there.
English as in across the pond English?
Like English.
Is that a different language?
And then American, yeah.
Okay. I will say that it's true.
He's a lie, NY.
Oh,
No,
that's a
that
good
was
one.
a lie he submitted, and his truth is that he passed his road test blazing out of his mind.
Perfect score.
Okay. He was blazed out of his mind.
But what side of the street? Oh, wait. Oh, you mean he was high when he passed his road test?
Can we say that?
Wow. Yeah, you could. I don't know how he could do that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
I have trouble getting off the couch in those situations. I don't know how anybody drives.
All right. Yeah, people, that was a good one. He got us. He got me. And some of the people in the chat. What did you think? What did you guys think? Yeah.
I thought it was false. Yeah, I thought it was false.
Okay.
I thought it was true because he's from New York, and usually people who live in New York speak more than 1 language.
None of us do, by the way.
I do.
What other language do you speak?
Darn it! That should have been my truth.
You can barely speak English.
I surveyed Janine for this.
Uh-oh.
So,
Well, she can't be on that one then. Okay.
I know.
All right. Team left side of the screen is
I'm not on Frank's team. I'm just the host. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not what you said. Okay. So next up. All right. Now it's Ant and Janine.
Yes.
This is birds. Okay.
Ah,
Shit, Bird's an anomaly. Birds all over the place.
Okay. Bird was on an episode of Double Dare on Nickelodeon in 1993.
Shit, that seems so plausible.
oh, that's good.
Bird's had
Yeah.
such great stories. How could you? This is why she's the one. I think this is tough.
I think I'll take the physical challenge.
J Sabs, do you have a feeling on this?
I feel like it's true. Ugh. I do.
That was a great show, by the way.
Oh,
It is a great show.
don't you just wish you were there trying to find that stupid little flag?
Up the nose in the book.
The nose with all the
Yeah.
boogers. Yeah, that's the one challenge in the whole show that you always remember.
But that's a show where, what do they call that? Drunk courage. Everybody who watched that show felt like they could have been doing it better than what the people who were actually doing it.
I feel
that
like
what
that
that's
with
called?
most shows.
Drum courage?
Isn't that like drunk courage? Like because when you
Oh,
when you're
drunk?
Drum. I thought you said drum. Okay.
Oh,
That's
no.
what I heard. I heard drum.
Bird, who of course became famous on our show. I feel like the first thing we knew Bird for was a threesome. So the fact that she
Thruple.
got a thruple, that's right. She was in a thruple and got to be on Double Dare is almost unfair. Like nobody should have that much success in their life.
But she was not on Thruple Dare.
You're all fired up after our little Republican Democrat debate. You're funnier when you're a little upset.
Oh, I missed. Oh man,
I
I
tried.
missed
I
that.
tried.
Who knew that you had all the Double Dare jokes locked
I
and loaded?
know.
We haven't brought up Double Dare once on this podcast. I've been waiting.
All he's ever wanted to do is talk about Double Dare.
The day has come. We're finally here.
All right. What do you say, guys?
Janine, I'm going to say false. Are you going to say true? I'll let you override.
What are the people saying in the chat? I can't see.
Let's see. What do you guys think? TD Freelancer says true.
True.
Misfit says true. Oceani true. Natty C
Rhonda,
true.
I'll believe anything. That's true.
Miss Justice false again. Rhonda says true. Overwhelmingly true. Everybody's saying. The only person that said false was Miss Justice. Looks like, and Robin, and Mountaintops. Sorry,
All right.
they came in late. They came in late.
Come on, J Sabs, what do you think?
I'm gonna override you and say true.
Okay, all right. I'll take it.
No, that was
Nope.
false. That was her false one. Her true one was that she was struck by lightning on a break from work outside. She worked at a gas station. She went outside and she was struck by lightning.
Holy shit.
Holy crap!
Yeah.
I gotta hear that. What?
Yeah, now
What
we have to
the
hear
hell?
that. We got to hear that story.
Does she have superpowers now?
Oh, has she checked?
How do you check that?
I feel like every 2 years you got to just go like this and see what happens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
constantly. I always think one day the force is gonna work. I go, nothing works
You
ever.
got to keep trying though. You can't give up on that dream.
Always keep trying. I'm like the remote or whatever is like just out of reach. I'm like, all right, this time is gonna work, and it never works.
I can see through
Oh.
your clothes.
Cover my
All right.
nips. I don't want you looking at my nips.
How am I doing? All right. Okay, Frank, back to you.
Okie doke.
And it's Aussie Annie.
All right, Oceani, what's going on?
She can't lie.
And the statement is she has all her own teeth.
What a good statement that is. What a good one. I thought Flying Wise was good. By the way, the Double Dare was very creative too.
Oh, that
these
was
are
good.
These are
I just
good.
have to look something up. I'm gonna go off camera for a sec.
Yeah, good.
Does Oceani have all her own teeth? She's saying she does. I'll say, oh man, shit. What do I? That's hard to. I mean, that's just a flip a coin. How the hell am I supposed? All right, so everybody is saying true. Zozo says false. Bird says false. But everybody else is saying true. Zozo says teeth. Doesn't help, but I get it. All right.
Just in case you forgot what we're talking about.
True, false, teeth. I'll say that it is true. She has her own teeth. Oh, wait for Aaron looking something up. But I think that Oceani does have all of her own teeth, unless they were kicked out by a kangaroo. I don't know.
Or a koala bear. It's all possible. Could have been a
Koala
koala.
bear just jumped on her face and pulled her teeth out. I don't know how it works.
90-foot spider, you know?
What's going on down there with all those spiders and
They're too big.
giant? They have like, I don't know how many venomous snakes. It's insane. But I'll say Oceania definitely has all of her own teeth. Yes, true.
You're right. That's true.
Damn.
That is true.
Excellent.
What
All
square
right.
would you
Thank
like?
you. Oceania. Oh, are we doing the squares? I'll do
Yeah.
center
not
square.
No, got to do squares. Center
Center
square.
square,
Got it.
please.
Idiot.
Gotta go center square.
Never go center square.
Okay.
God, I cannot center this to save my life.
That's okay.
Okay, next up, are we staying with Frank? Are we going to you? What are we doing?
Oh,
Staying
I
with Frank?
forget. Does he keep going? What do we
I
do
keep
last time?
going. I think if
All
we're
right.
going Hollywood Squares rules, then yeah, I
Okay.
keep going.
Go ahead.
Okay, this one is the roommate. Janine's
Ah,
Right,
who you
mine.
know. No help. No help. Okay, so the statement is he threw up when he saw/met Heidi Klum.
I don't think he's ever thrown up. I think he's too cool for that.
grew up when he saw/met Heidi Klum.
Like he didn't
That's
really meet her, just like a rush by.
What's going on?
Janine is constructing a house.
Oh, okay.
I swear it's not that loud in my.
She
head.
took over for Jimmy Carter.
Yeah.
Habitat for Humanity.
I just, you know what? I got this leg cramp behind my leg, and it's really hurting me. I don't know what to do now. Oh, okay.
I'm gonna say this one's false. I don't think he met Heidi Klum.
Final answer?
Final answer, false.
You're right. It is false.
Well,
The truth is that he played guitar in a concert, a local concert for a friend, but it counts.
And he
Count
threw up, or he met Heidi Klum.
well,
Neither. That's the truth. Is just that he played.
Oh,
no,
oh.
Erin, it actually, I was just gonna say it's actually half true. He did meet her,
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
but
he just didn't throw
didn't
up.
but
throw up.
he did not throw up.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
too cool for that.
All right. Well, I still get the point. I will go
Oh man, I thought of
top
something.
left or right.
Go ahead.
Doesn't matter. One of them. Top
Okay.
left. Perfect.
Got it. All right.
Who is Helena, and how does she or he know me?
All right, Frank, you could run the table here. You're on a
I
roll.
could.
You can go
All
three,
right, next.
3 for 3.
Okay. The next up is TD Freelancer.
Okay.
And the statement is the T in her name, her first name in real life is Tennille, named after the band Captain and Tennille.
There is
Neil D. Freelancer.
there's no way that's true.
You don't think her name is Tennille?
I don't think so.
Mm.
Well, this is I don't know. What do you people think in the chat? Let's see. Bird says true. Oceani says true. Robin says false.
Oh, go ahead.
So does Mercury. False. TD Freelancer says, I will say, Granda says false. Miss Justice says false. Mountaintop's false. I'm going to go with the majority of the group here saying false.
No, her name is Tennille.
Get out of
Tennille.
here.
All right.
And she was named after the band.
Love will keep us together. Is that Captain and Tennille?
I think so. Yeah.
It is now, baby.
Why not the captain? Why the captain got no respect?
Her
Maybe
brother's named Captain. No, I'm kidding. That's fine.
Just stop.
Aaron,
Maybe
you
it's
had
Captain
me-
TD Freelancer.
Aaron, you had me up on the. I was right there. I was like, oh, this is amazing.
Wow. All right. So it's over to you guys. Tennille Freelancer. Way to go. All right.
All right, Janine, we gotta
cool.
We gotta get 2 squares here.
Shit.
Okay. Next up, ready?
Mhm.
Is Zoso, Zoso. And the statement is when younger, was in a few adult films, not doing any action, but on camera.
Hot.
Wait, we're
That's
talking
hot.
about my thing now, or
No, Zosos.
So Zoso was a Joey Tribbiani, was in an adult film, but just not acting.
There I am. There I am. There I am.
Huh. I don't know a lot about Zoso.
yeah, me either.
Cool logo, cool like picture logo thing.
Can we see the picture? I'll know if it's a porn face or not.
It's been a while since Zoso commented. I don't
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's a picture. I think it's just a Zoso in like some kind of writing.
Oh.
Yeah, there it is.
I'm gonna have to say yes.
You're saying yes to this?
I
think
am.
this is classic like misdirection. I was in. All right, I'm going to ask for a replay here. Did you say, Aaron, more than one film or one film?
A few.
I have to say that's
What was submitted
false.
was a few.
Okay, I got to say false. Janine,
Is that your final? Okay.
there's no way. I mean, maybe I'm wrong about this
Okay,
now. I'm starting to lose my confidence.
You don't think that people who've been in adult films have watched our silly little podcast? You're wrong.
No, I believe that. That I believe. I don't.
Well, it's your turn now because you answered. I answered last time.
But the multiple one is what's bothering me. I could see being in one.
Why, Anthony? You're not used to multiples?
No.
Yikes.
What are we talking about now?
I'm not used to any polls, to be honest with you. I don't know multiple non-sexual roles in an adult film.
Okay.
I'm going to say false. I'm going false. I'm going to override Janine on this one. I'm saying false.
Final answer.
Final answer.
You're right. It is false.
Oh.
The true statement is Zoso is 56 and has 5 kids.
Ah,
You could still be in. Listen, you could still be in adult films.
Yeah, sounds like there was enough adult films going on in that fucking house with 5 kids. Jesus
And,
Christ.
and be a dilf.
All right, guys. I don't know. How am I doing?
All right, Janine, what square do you want?
look back a little bit.
Oh,
There you go.
we have to block him, actually. There's no choice there. Sorry. We got to block him.
Yeah,
All right.
the block.
All right, but we keep it running.
and J.
We're going for it. We're
There you
going
go.
for it. Next one.
Okay. Okay. Next up is me.
Ah,
All right. And
How do we know this is true? Sorry. go ahead. What if you're not next up? What if you're making it up?
No, I wrote it down.
False. You're not next up. I'm saying false.
the hell is going on here?
What?
I'm trying to do a
Do you
meta
want to
thing.
hear my thing or not?
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
Ooh.
So this is like kind of like Janine's thing. I'm going to tell you the things that are true, and then I'm going to tell you beyond. So it is true that I did go to elementary and middle school with Kash Patel, the guy who is up for FBI director, who's out of his mind.
Really?
Yes. I went to middle school and elementary school with him. But here is the statement. In 4th grade, we were boyfriend and girlfriend for about a week and a half.
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
This isn't the first famous person that went to your high. We talked about somebody else recently too, didn't we?
Yeah. The Biden press secretary went to my high school, but not when I was there. I didn't know her. She's
Right.
much younger than I am, but Kash Patel and I are the same age.
Got it.
And also,
God.
just so you know, Frank doesn't know this either.
Thank you. Hey, would you blow me? I appreciate that. See, he got my little joke I was doing there.
That's
God.
one.
What
Okay.
about me?
No,
When
no,
you
no. He was.
I'm next, and I was doing the whole "How do we know you're not lying about this?" bit.
I don't get that.
It's
Yeah,
okay. It's okay.
he and Hey, would you blow me? Are the only ones that got that.
All right.
All right. This Janine, let me tell you this. First of all, I'm shocked. Not really though, because I feel like there's other famous people that went to Aaron's high school.
This was elementary and middle.
Elementary, middle. Sorry. What makes this so believable is the 4th grade thing.
Yeah, I'm actually looking on Wikipedia if there's anything about him and Erin.
Hey, no
but-
cheating.
Is Aaron's name in his Wikipedia? Because that would be great if we could confirm that with Wikipedia.
He does know me though.
Um,
Like he would know me. Like if I saw him.
Get the fuck out of here. Would he really?
Yeah, he lived next door to my high school boyfriend. So I would see him a lot. And then my high school boyfriend subsequently passed away and I saw him at the funeral. And I have to admit, as crazy as he is, he was very nice to me. So that wasn't that long ago. So
I didn't know any of this. This is crazy.
that's
Now,
all true. That's all true. That's all
was-
true.
Right. Was your high school boyfriend upset that you had a little dating relationship in the 4th grade?
I can't say that.
Shit. I thought I could get it. I thought I could. I tried.
Nice try.
I tried.
I'm gonna say true.
I kind of like it, Janine. I kind of like it. I like where you're going here. I could believe this all. Plus, did you see Erin? I saw Erin's 4th grade picture. Hot. I mean, hot.
I also know nothing about him, like zero. So I don't even. I just actually have to go see what he looked like too.
Who, Kashi? Yeah, no, Kashi's good.
I have
good looking guy.
no clue.
That's another thing. He was Kosh when I knew him.
Is that right?
Kasha Patel, not Cash.
We're
I
a
don't know
lion
if he
sack of
changed
shit.
himself or everyone's is he did he reinvent himself or is it that like everyone's pronouncing it wrong?
I would have to imagine at one point one day he was like, wait, my name is Cash and I've been ignoring this the whole time. I got to kind of start going with that.
All right.
Right?
Yeah. I'm going to go. I think I'm backing up. I'm endorsing Janine here. I think the truth is a good guess. Janine,
Final
fine?
answer?
Yeah.
No. I was never Kasha
Oh.
Patel's girlfriend.
Oh. It was so believable though. The 4th
It
grade
was.
just for a little while.
They did know each other, but they never did.
What would you have said no, babe?
Yeah, I would have said no. Yeah, I would have. I feel like I would
you
have
didn't
known
know
that.
that part. I planned on giving when it was you two. I planned on giving that one to Frank, but I couldn't.
Oh.
I feel like I would have. I knew that you two knew each other and went to the same school, but I feel like I would have known if you had dated.
That's
Oh,
not
okay,
like a
and I have to
thing.
tell. Sorry, go ahead.
That's not a thing you could accuse her of. Like, why would you hide that? That's such a random, weird thing that could totally be left out of a
Right.
blossoming relationship.
And my truth, I don't think Frank knows this, is, oh God, this is so embarrassing.
She blew
When I
him.
was-
Sorry.
No,
She
don't
wasn't
say
dropped,
that.
She just blew him in
Don't
4th grade.
say that. Let's take
Sorry.
that back.
I
right,
take it
just a
back.
hint.
I
Say
take
you're
it back.
sorry.
I take it
Okay.
back.
But when I was a babysitter, I found the good food that they were hiding from me, so I ate some, and then I threw up in their garbage disposal. So basically, it got around town that I was the babysitter that ate the good hidden food and then threw it up in their sink. And I never got babysitting jobs ever again. So
Wait, who are these people hiding
that's my
food from the
truth.
babysitter? I didn't even know you could do that.
what?
What do you do? Slide the nice crackers behind like the Ritz crackers or something
Exactly
in the
what
cupboard?
happened. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. But
Hey,
if you
the nice crackers are the Ritz crackers. Damn it!
But my rep is that I can't babysit, but my rep is also that I've never dated anyone in the Republican repertoire. Okay, Frank, back to you.
Let's do this.
Okay, Nikki. Nikki is an AOA person.
Yep.
And she is a twin.
Ooh.
She's a twin. That's her. Okay.
Do you want to know
Nikki
their
is-
gender?
Sure.
The twin is a boy.
Okay, so she has a twin brother. Is that true or false? Can I know the name? Is it like?
She didn't give me the name.
Okay. The twin brother. Let's see what the chat says. Anybody? Let's see.
I never
Rhonda.
remember
Paul.
that I get thirsty. Sorry.
This is a tough one.
A lot of people saying true. Rhonda's the only one saying false. Let's see. True. Everybody's saying true. True. Yeah, everybody's going true. Rhonda's the only one saying false. I'll go with the crowd again. I think I'm gonna say true. She's a twin. Oh,
Oh, you got burned, bitch.
No.
I did.
That is not true. And her true is that she gave me two. She taught herself to sew, and she's never seen Forrest Gump.
Wow.
I take offense to that. You need to see Forrest Gump
You gotta see Forrest Gump.
if you want to hang around here.
Get on that.
Even on accident, you catch Forrest. It's like on TBS every fucking 3 minutes. It's a 9-hour movie. It's crazy.
You gotta watch Forrest Gump.
Fucking floating feather. It's so good.
Life is like a box of chocolates. So it's your guys' turn now.
Yeah, suck it, loser. Sit down while we fucking run the table here. All right, Aaron.
You know I have two more than you, right?
I
Or
know.
one more than you.
Trying to hype myself up.
All right.
Okay. This one is Robin, our Robin. So this is
I'm really a
his-
bird. That would have been fucking hilarious. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
what do you mind?
Right.
In his long history of voting, not exclusively to president, he made
Mhm.
sure to say that. He has voted Republican.
Fuck. The
In
not
his long
exclusively to
voting
president thing.
history, not exclusively to president, he has voted Republican.
Mhm.
Oh, now it's time for
Robin-
Aaron tries to open a beer.
Yes. I love when Aaron goes to a Bud Light. That's my favorite.
I can't open this.
Robin is from not New York. Where's Robin from?
Not New York.
Somewhere
Who's
in the
Robin?
middle. Iowa, Ohio, Wisconsin, New Mexico, Kansas,
I can't weigh in because it's not my turn. So
Montana.
did you go with the? Bert says Indiana.
Indiana. That's it. I knew. See, Iowa. That's what I meant by Iowa. I meant Indiana. Yeah.
Did you look at the chat? Let's see. A lot of people. True.
Saying
True.
he voted for a Republican? Yeah, I think so too. You can't be from Indiana. Even a liberal from Indiana is going to vote for a Republican.
I have no idea what any of this means. Go ahead.
Indiana's a
What?
state in the United States of America.
No, I know that.
Oh.
Sorta.
No, because all of us were like Indiana. Do we still have that, or was that one of the ones we gave up to Canada? I think that's true. I think Robin has a lot of animals. Like he lives in a rural ass area.
Wait, what does that have to do? Oh, okay.
Like
About voting.
Like Robin, like if you took a picture of if you showed a picture of Robin in his like habitat, it would not be mistaken for New York City, and you'd be like, that guy's a Republican.
That doesn't mean anything. All right,
He's
but
like a
I'm not
big
going to have.
burly- He's like a big dude.
Okay.
I'm saying he looks like a Republican. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know about you, but it sounds like Janine's crawling under her house.
I thought she was in like a windstorm when they were blowing curtains all over her microphone. That's what it sounds like to me.
She's army crawling across the floor with the microphone on her right here on her chest.
I'm
Yeah.
getting a hand cramp. Go ahead. That's what she
Okay.
said.
I'm gonna say that's true. Janine, what do you say?
This time, I'm leaving it up to you.
Okay.
Final answer?
Yes.
No, he has never voted Republican.
Robin, you closed-minded son of a bitch. I could have really used your help there.
His
Robin.
truth is great, though. Are you ready for his truth?
Yes.
While in Florida at about the age of 9, he helped bury a lifeguard chair in a Florida beach. They dug a giant hole right next to the chair, then drug it in, then covered it with sand, even fetched ocean water to help pack it in. And the next day, there was a crew of workers with a small backhoe digging it out.
That's hilarious.
Fucking liberal.
That one I would have said false. That's a Republican thing to do, Janine. Good point. That's a real Republican thing to do. Bury a beach chair.
I said liberal. I said liberal.
Oh, sorry.
That's
Okay.
fantastic.
You're up, Frank.
I'm up.
And Janine, when I went okay out of nowhere, it was because Janine wrote, do me, do me. So this is Janine. Ready, Frank?
Ready.
She once auditioned for a movie.
Who is this?
Janine.
Janine.
Oh, Janine. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I
No,
missed
I'm
that.
just saying. I'm just saying, Janine.
Okay,
By the
Janine
way,
once.
I asked Cuddles, but Cuddles said Anthony knows everything about me, so she didn't do it.
Okay. So did Janine once audition for a movie? What do people in the chat think? We say we got True,
A porn
Bird.
movie? Yeah, a porn movie, yeah. Janine, wait, if you produce pornographic films, does that count as audition? Do you still have
That's not an audition.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people saying True. Hell in a Bucket says BS. I feel like, I say that we would have heard about this, but then again, every now and then, Janine comes out with a fact about herself that I have no, like, where the hell did that come from?
Yes.
That's actually true.
So, did Janine audition for a movie? I will say no.
Final answer.
Final answer.
You're right. That was her lie.
Nice.
Which surprised me because when we were talking, I was like, "That's your truth," and she was like, "No, that's the lie."
I would have lost that one too. In fact, I put Rhonda's comment on the screen because I was like, when we confirm we have to guess what movie. That's hilarious. Okay,
See,
go ahead, Aaron.
That's on my bucket list, by the way, to audition
For a movie?
Yeah.
Her truth's kind of dark. Janine, you want to tell her the truth?
You could say it. It's true.
Wait, hold on. Let me take my face off the screen while you say this.
Oh boy.
Go ahead.
Her friend accidentally somebody.
Oh.
I know. Very
All right.
dark.
Janine, now be honest with me. Is that friend Frank? Because that's going to change some things for me.
This Frank?
No, but that's 100% true.
Okay.
And so I will say
She's going to get us on a fucking stand, Frank. Do you understand that we're not going to be able to avoid a courtroom?
No, my
Because of-
lie.
Oh, God.
I'm going back to my lie.
Let's move on.
My lie kind of has some truth in it, but it's not true. I was an extra in a movie, but I didn't try out for it.
You didn't audition.
You did not audition for a role. Okay.
So,
What movie were you an extra in?
what's it called?
Debbie,
Justin Long and what's her name? The really annoying daytime talk show.
Justin Long and Hard.
Going the distance. Drew Barrymore.
Yeah, when she dry humps people on the couch. Yes.
Oh, what was the name of that again? Hold on. What was
I
it?
missed that episode.
What scene were you in?
When they were at the club, at the club.
That's cool.
Wait. Somebody in the chat. Hold on, this is funny. She had sex with my grandpa. Now that's
the truth.
Really be true.
Nobody would call that false.
No.
All right, so I got to pick a square, right? I got that right.
Yeah,
you
you got
didn't.
that right.
Wait, you did?
Yeah, I said it was false. I
Okay,
said she
okay.
did not audition for a thing.
Oh, okay. All right.
So I will go top other side, other corner, top right.
Oh, you
Okay.
bastard.
Damn right.
This
Frank
is real
was reading a
tech.
book on tic-tac-toe this week.
Yeah, he was.
All
He
right,
was.
here we go. This is for the win, folks.
For the win. Okay. Sorry. Okay. For the win, Paul Collier in the 1990s was arrested for promoting schmostitution.
Huh.
Ooh.
Promoting it like
Yeah, what,
outside with advertisements and handing out flyers.
yeah, what does that
Spinning the
entail?
sign.
Yeah, side spinner. This way. So I guess soliciting?
I'm just writing what they wrote.
No,
What was that? Okay, so promoting.
promoting.
Okay, so Paul Collier promoting prostitution. I'm sorry, prostitution.
Schmostitution.
Let's see. Mountaintop says true. Mercury says false. This Justice says true. Oh boy. Helena Bucket says LOL. Bird says true. That's so Paul. Robin, false. This is
No.
oh man.
No help.
Yeah. Oceana, yes, I believe it. Oh boy. Janine says false. Janine's in the chat.
Hold on. There's a rumor circulating now that Paul is Helena. Yeah,
Really?
somebody said that before. Is Helena, are you Paul?
I don't know that.
Now Miss Justice is saying it too. Or saying, I think I know who Helena is. Helena is funny.
Taking a twist.
Helena goes, love Paul. Helena is very funny. Paul is very funny.
All right, I will say false.
Final answer.
Final answer.
No, that's true.
That's amazing.
Oh, Paul.
It's another story. We gotta get the background.
We gotta get that story. Yep.
Yeah.
Hey,
Did I
Paul.
say this was going to be juicy, or did I say this was going to be juicy?
Very juicy.
This is a juicy one.
Okay.
All right, so that is true. Okay, so it goes over to you guys.
All right, ready?
Yes.
Linderella can ride a unicycle.
Ah.
What a fucking statement. What a fucking statement. Can ride a unicycle. Jesus Christ.
I'm throwing that on my bucket list too. I really want to try a unicycle.
You
So lucky
really?
me.
That's so weird.
Why not? I'll give it a shot.
That's a weird thing to put on a bucket list.
Do I get a vote?
You
Don't
do.
do that.
Don't do it?
I want you to
I'm
get
not saying I'm
hurt.
going to juggle chainsaws while I do it. I just want to see if I can do it.
I lost J Sabs, so I'm on my own here. Oh, God, I don't know.
Let's see. You got the chat. Rhonda, true. Bird, true. Mercury, true. Robin, true. Justice, true. Nicole, Trump. So I guess that's a lie.
No, look at you. I'm going to go with the chat here. They're all thinking it's true. It sounds wacky enough to be true. I guess it's possible. How many unicycle riders do you think there are? What was the statement again? Can I have the statement again, please?
I think it was very
Cinderella
straightforward.
can ride a unicycle.
It's interesting because I think I can ride a unicycle.
I would pay money to see you try.
I could make that statement. Anthony can ride a unicycle. So it is possible.
You could say it, but
No, it's not.
I'm going to say true. Nobody has said false here other than the alleged Trump being false. I'm going to say true. I'm going to go true.
They should have, because it's false.
oh,
Okay. The truth is that when she smoked herbal refreshment at 14, she got into a huge chase with the cops over a fence like Ferris Bueller through yards. And the chase ended with her coming home in the nick of time, just like Ferris Bueller. Sorry for those of you who haven't seen Ferris Bueller. You have over 20 years.
You didn't say spoiler alert. Damn it.
wow. That's a good one.
That's a hell of a... That's Jesus. Okay.
Smells great. Dinner's ready. All right.
All right. There's two left. Okay. And I tried so hard to get people to do it. Okay.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. If he doesn't get a third square in the remaining two, that's a tie.
Well, you have to get them too.
Or are we
You can't
going
just
to
lose them.
whoever has the most?
Yeah, but you only have one.
Okay.
I have three, so I'm winning.
I'm saying if he doesn't win, is it a tie? Or you're saying
No,
we're going to go to the count. We're going to the cards.
No, because if he doesn't get this one, there's only one more. If you get it, he won no matter what. Sorry.
Oh, he's got three. It's 3-1. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. Just know that if your wife had participated, this could have been a whole different ending. But
Aha.
it was a sweet reason. She said Anthony knows everything about me. So
It's true. If she would have showed up on this show and I didn't know something, that would have been an instant divorce. So
Oh boy.
I think we understand that the game is shorter, but the marriage is longer. So what? Okay, so this is Frank, or who is this? I lost track. 2 sips of beer, people. Okay, all right, your turn, Frank. Okay, this is Christella.
Okay.
She loves chocolate.
That's a fucking tough one too. Oh my god. Oh my god. The mind games. The mind games.
Because you got to say, well, everybody loves chocolate, but then there are the rare few that are like that just hate it for some reason, which I would not understand. But they're out there. There are people who do not like chocolate. Everybody's saying false.
I was going to say, look at the brigade of false. That is crazy.
That's nuts. Christella loves chocolate is the statement.
That's the statement.
I don't envy you. You. This is for all these falses to come right out of the gate. That's unbelievable.
But to come out with it, like she either really loves it or really hates it.
Yeah.
For it to be one of the things that she chose. But how could you hate chocolate?
Don't envy you. Look, not one true yet. Oh,
I'll say, yeah. There's a lot up. Dennis, that's true. Was the first one.
You broke the
I'm gonna say that she loves chocolate is false.
Final answer?
Yes.
No, that's true.
Oh.
She played head games and she won.
Wrong.
She got me with the head game.
Here is the last one.
All right, it's my turn. How about we double this up? Golden ticket. This one's worth 2. This is for the tie.
Oh.
Come on, Frankie C.
What do I get out of this?
You give me the. You
get to be on the show.
Nothing. I got nothing. Yeah, nothing. Come on.
Yeah, whatever. Fine.
All right. Yes. Here we go. Double ball. Let's do it.
Okay. Here we go. This is Dreamer for the tie because that's the best you can do. Oh.
Okay.
Yep. Best you can do is tie. When she had a pet rabbit, she trained it to use the toilet when she held the rabbit over the toilet.
What the fuck? Is that even possible? I don't even know.
Longing of the days of chocolate love.
What's worse,
Life was simple.
The chocolate one or this one? When she had a rabbit, she trained the rabbit to go to the bathroom when she held the rabbit over the toilet.
Yes.
That's a good one. Can you train a rabbit to do that? To only go when you hold it over the toilet?
I don't think that's possible.
I like the way you said that.
Yeah, I don't think that's possible because I feel like rabbits just shit pellets wherever they are.
Yeah, but if you have one as a pet, can it be? I'm sure you could train it to only go in a certain spot or only go outside.
Yeah,
like you would train a cat or a dog.
I don't think you can train a rabbit.
I don't know.
Cadbury rabbit, maybe.
I feel like almost any animal could be trained. Like you could train.
I think you're trying
to. Horses get trained all the time.
Well, a horse is a horse.
Of course.
I'm gonna say false. I'm gonna say it's false.
Final answer.
If I lose on this, it's gonna be really embarrassing. I feel like I'm 2 seconds away from being like, how could you not know you could train a rabbit, you idiot? I'm gonna say final answer.
Okay, it's a tie for the second week in a row.
Damn it. Man.
Epic comeback to tie it. That's
why did I agree to that?
I don't know.
All right.
Here is Dreamer's truth. She once wrote a 4-page research paper. I might have gotten that number wrong. It might have been longer. On the first American jazz bagpipe player, Rufus Harley. She's really proud of it because he's a very interesting man. So cool. If you could, Rufus Harley, she showed me the album cover. It was pretty radical.
Oh, fun.
So Rufus Harley is someone that she thinks that we should all know about. So Rufus Harley, because I can't type it, I'm just going to keep saying it. Rufus Harley, Rufus Harley, Rufus Harley. And that's the game.
Jazz bagpipes. Right? Very fun.
Yes.
All right. So, Frank, next episode, we got to get a dissertation on Rufus Harley.
Rufus Harley.
We got to find out how you promote prostitution in the 90s. And if
train a rabbit to poop on a toilet. And Frank's going to ride a unicycle.
And Frank's going to ride. gonna be amazing. It's gonna be a big show. Next Friday's show is gonna be off the hook.
You mean I gotta get a unicycle between now and then? If I just knock the front tire off of a regular bicycle, does that work?
No, it doesn't count. I
damn
feel like if I gave you 3 months to come up with a unicycle, you couldn't do it. I don't think
I could get a unicycle
in 3 months.
I just want to say one thing, guys.
Yeah,
if
please.
you want to be part of the game, just join Discord, and then you can see because we want to do more of these things. But that's it. But for everybody who did, thank you so very much. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks for letting me be on the show.
Great job, Aaron.
Great job. I thought Aaron was going to say the 40-page dissertation was on how to train a rabbit to pee over the toilet bowl. That would have been.
That's an interesting read. Yeah. I don't know how it would take 40 pages, but it's either one page or it would say, no, you can't. Can't be done. We've tried everything. Pick up Aaron's book. Available now. It's called Oval. It's available at Amazon. You could buy it. The link is in the description below. On YouTube, there's the book right there. Anthony's holding it. It's a wonderful book written by Erin herself. Pick it up today. You can download a digital copy or get this book copy like this delivered to you directly.
Nice job, Frankie C. Fun show. We're back with you guys after the weekend. Have a lovely weekend.
Show me potato salad. Maybe we should go now.